All right, what the heck is up, guys? Welcome back to the HQ. Today we have some Powerstroke stuff going on. So for my truck here, the Platinum, we are doing one final overview on everything on here, meaning checking the Emperor turbo kit, torquing down the exhaust manifold, checking the bolts on the turbo exhaust housing, going over all the hose clamps, checking all the fluids, making sure everything is torqued properly because we are preparing to send this thing to the moon. What should I say? We're gonna go to the dyno?
You're struggling though, I hear it.
I am, I'm on the struggle. I completely changed my, flipped around.
Send it to the moon.
No, we're not sending it to the moon. We might send a part to the moon. No, we're gonna go to the SP dyno and we're gonna tune this thing for, well, I'm not gonna tune it. I'm gonna be there while it's being tuned and it's gonna rip. Or is it gonna go? I don't know, we're trying to make a whole bunch of power with it and so I gotta check it over. So anyways, we're up here at JB's truck. Now on my truck, you've seen, I'm walking back and forth here like crazy. I have the S&B open style intake. So if you guys aren't familiar with the S&B intakes, they relocate the battery to the rear position instead of having the battery in the front position. Ford only did this 17 to 19. I don't know why they did that. My kit is the open style. So you can see this big massive filter. There's no box here, it's just an exposed filter. What we're doing on JB's truck is installing my old S&B intake, which also relocates the battery to the rear position and puts the filter in the front position. But this one is the closed style intake. So you have an actual intake box and the filter sits in there and it's sealed. The open and closed style intakes are super controversial, you know, because this one technically will be pulling in cooled air from outside. It won't be pulling in any heat soaked air from the engine bay. But the amount of difference that makes is super controversial. You can get into a Google rabbit hole on whether that works or whether it doesn't. Nice headlamp. So his intake was stock on his truck. You can see the big mess of parts here. So it's a little bit of an install the first initial time because you gotta relocate the battery and you gotta extend battery cables and lines and this and that, pull the batteries out. So what we're doing now is we're to the point where we just mounted this bracket in. This is what mounts the new supplied battery tray to the rear here. And then we gotta extend the battery cables. And then you'll have a fully relocated battery.
I don't know what I'm doing with this.
That goes on the new tray.
What do I need it?
Oh yeah.
Like right now?
Long side, on the long side of the tray. Follow that?
Absolutely not.
All right, we need a zip tie.
This side.
See the hole? You got to zip tie it through there.
I gotta
so it
zip
holds up.
tie it?
Yeah. Like you put it up through there and then the zip tie goes through the holes.
I hear you. They give me a zip tie?
Yeah. S&B's pretty good. They usually include everything.
Kid over here.
Oh yeah, see all them zip ties in there? There you go. Look, see? Just like that. Now your U-bolt can't fall down through there.
Perfect.
Now with the battery relocated in the back, this is what it looks like. They give you all kind of crazy extensions, which is kind of overkill, but I guess they've been burned before with someone not doing it the right way and this hitting contact on something and arcing and burning the truck down. So anyways, they give you like 14 heat shrinks, extend the positive cables out, and then you're pretty much done. So battery is in the new location, which it normally was right here. Now it's back here and it's in the tray. There's really no tricks to this. It's just really follow the directions, right?
Yeah. I thought that was negative.
Plus.
Oh, yeah.
And now we put the air box in. I don't even know where they're at actually. So we're not running any plugs.
No plug.
Like the foam inserts for the holes in the box. So none of those. We're throwing this in and then we should be done. It's a sweet headlamp though.
You like that?
Nebo.
Shout out to Nebo, baby.
We need the free lights. Guys, it's the first like officially cool day in Pittsburgh. It's like 30 degrees out there. Snowing, nasty. The wood burner is working flawlessly. T-shirt, I'm gonna T-shirt in here. We got to get the rest of this junk out of the way, but we're getting there slowly. All right, so S&B intake is in closed style with the dry filter. The dry filter filters a little bit better than the oiled filter. And then when it's dirty, you just get a new one. That's my old filter, so it's a little dirty, but he's gonna run it. So normally factory air inlet would be through here. It would go down underneath the battery, which used to be here, and then it would go into the air box, which used to be here. S&B flip-flops the two to this position, which is the 11 to 16 style. And they also went back to this style in 20. So 11 to 16 ran this style, and now 20 and up runs this style. But here it is, really clean install. Everything goes back to the way it should be. It gives you a mass airflow sensor extension. Runs in new clamps. So real quick, both of these intakes, this one, the closed style, and then the open style, which is on my truck, open style, will be on the website. You can hit the link in the description, check them out if you want. Obviously my truck's a little different because I'm running a whole, intercooler piping setup, but that is the open style S&B. And yes, it includes everything required to do the battery relocation. Update on the Supra, still waiting on the fuel line. So it's just hanging out in the way. We got rid of the boat, Supra took its place. All right guys, moving over to my truck. Retorqued the exhaust manifold and went over the exhaust housing, bolts in the back. Everything checks out. Checked the fitting on the oil feed line back here. That's good, no leaks. And the coolant port down there, you kind of see it, can't really see it. Went over all of the clamps. This one here is kind of a little off, but that's where it kind of settled in position after giving her a full rip. So I'm probably gonna leave it like that. We may end up moving that on the dyno, but it's tight, it's good to go. All the other boots and couplers are in position and also tight. So that's it. The truck's pretty much about ready to go full send on the dyno, which I guess is pretty cool. Are you gonna call off work and come to the dyno action?
I don't know, but this is massive.
The filter.
Huge.
It is a pretty big filter.
I mean, I'm talking.
Yeah, it goes
that's
way
a good
down.
11 inches wide.
It's a big hoss.
Do you see mine?
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's like 6 inches.
Yeah, it's like a big oval. It's not just this and then it just goes around. It goes way down.
It's 11 inches at least. What were you asking me?
I like the open style, but like I said, it's super controversial. Like, are you getting heat-soaked air? Are you getting cool air? Does it matter that much? We'll have to talk to SP Dan, see what he thinks. Maybe we'll run a dyno test, closed intake. Oh, then we gotta switch boxes and stuff.
Yeah, that's too much.
But yeah, maybe we'll run if we have time, closed intake test versus open intake test on my truck with the 370 ball bearing and the intercooler piping and stuff. I mean, or should we do it stock? I don't know.
Stock what?
With stock intercooler piping. So how's the small wheel life?
Better than big wheel life?
Guys, we had to run and get a new battery for one of the cars outside, and I drove that on stock wheels. It's incredible. It's absolutely unbelievable. Big tires, big wide wheels, heavy wide tires. Turn that headlamp off.
Look great. Drive like shit.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Shit.
Anyone currently running big wide heavy tires, like big 12 wides, 14 wides with a mud tire, when you have a heavy deal, put your factory wheels back on and drive real quick, and it's a whole complete difference. These wheels honestly ruin the truck. Not only do they ruin the steering components, they ruin the drivability. I've gotten used to that. Drove this. I might take those off.
I did.
What'd you say?
All day today without wearing a hat.
No hat today.
No. I mean, you see this hairline?
You know what's weird? I tried to go without wearing a hat too, but I'm currently wearing a hat. That brings us to the whole deal with the videos. It didn't focus. All good things must come to an end in order to go to the next better thing. Does that make sense? No?
No.
The title of this video is All Good Things Must Come to an End.
What's the good thing that's coming to an end? What part?
My truck.
It's coming to an end?
Yes.
What's the end?
We're changing it. As it currently sits, we're going to the next step. With
So
a
it'd be
whole
better.
bunch of horsepower. Yes. All good things must come to an end in order to go to the next step.
No.
No?
No. No. Get rid of the truck.
We're not getting rid of the truck.
Well, that would be like all good things come to an end, because that's a good thing, but you're making it better.
Right. So this current good thing,
All good things can be better.
all good things can be better. Or this current good thing is ending to go to the next good thing.
No, why you keep saying ending? Nothing's ending.
That power level, the life of that truck right there as it sits is ending.
But it makes it sound like it's dying. It's not dying.
We're turning it up. So technically it's ending. 550 horsepower is ending. And 800 horsepower is becoming, or it's beginning.
More like turning over a new leaf or something.
Turning over a new leaf. That's a good one.
For brighter colors.
For brighter colors.